Today I've come prepared. Roll the intro. So, hi, I'm Dia, and you're watching Reading with My Cat, where I read books and talk about bookish stuff. So, come join us, like the girl saying Shining, come join us, Danny. Anyway, so today I am going to do the Booktube Newbie Tag, and this is a tag that every Booktube newcomer does because first of all it's easy content, and second because the audience will get to know us a little better. First question is, why did you start the channel? I started my channel last year. I made a intro video and whatnot, but I didn't make any like proper video after that. So this year, like last week, I was feeling really like hyper. I couldn't sleep at night, and I was like, I need to talk about. And I had just read House Moving Castle, and I was like, I need to talk about this book. Like, I need to just tell the entire world that this book is such an awesome, awesome thing. So I took my phone and I just made a video. That's it, and that's how my YouTube channel started. So why I started the channel? Because I wanted to talk about books, and on my channel I can guarantee you that you'll get such 4 a.m. gush videos a lot, because I'll finish books at weird hours in the night, and then I'll be like, oh, I need to talk about it, and I'll just take out my phone and make a video and be like oh my god, you guys, you need to read this. That is going to stay on this channel. So that was the first question. uh what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to YouTube? Fun and unique. I mean, I won't use these words to describe me. I'm not fun. I'm not unique. I'm really this dull, boring person. Okay, anyway, enough of self replication. I can bring my cynicism, my sarcasm, my biting wit. Thing is completely unscripted. That's another thing I'm going to bring to you guys, unscripted videos. Okay, so third question. What are you most excited about for this channel? Oh, this is a good one. I am mostly excited about having a community, like having people with whom I can share my love of books. Like I can just talk to people about this author, that author, symbolisms in books, or like just fun stuff. Like I'm looking forward to having fun with you guys, and yeah, that's the thing I'm most excited about. What? Why do you love reading? I mean, duh, reading is fun. That's why. Next question. What book or series got you into reading? I mean, I don't even remember when I started reading. Like, I have been reading since I've been a kid. Maybe name what all books I read that were the first in the genre, that introduced the genre to me, and I was immediately hooked. So Princess Diaries was the first contemporary book. Ender's Game was the first sci-fi. Perks of Being a Wallflower, it was not the first contemporary book, but it was the first hard-hitting contemporary. Like Princess Diaries was fluff, and Perks of Being a Wallflower is like miles apart. And Harry Potter was the first fantasy I read. So yeah, these books got me into reading. So the next question is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? I don't have a favorite booktuber. Like, I really like with Cindy. Like she used to be Read with Cindy, and now she's with Cindy. Like, oh my god, her rant videos are like the chef's kiss. How do you do the chef's kiss like that? Maybe okay. That was weird. Doing that, I feel weird now. Okay, I need to cut that part out. Anyway, so with Cindy, I really like her channel, and also Elliot Elliot Brook, not Elliot Page, Elliot Brook. She is, like this sweet person, and I really like her, taste in books and all that. I really, think that her reviews are like, for me, as in the things she likes in books, I also tend to like. So yeah. And also Jessie May, she is so sweet. Like I used to think she was really young, like maybe a teenager or something, but she recently became a mom, and like I'm like, oh my god, you look so young and so cute. So yeah, and in the Indian booktube community, I don't really follow anyone. I just know Helly because yeah, I just know her. And hi, Ellie, if you're watching this, which I don't think you're watching. Anyway, so what I would like to ask them is that what kept you all going? Like, before this, I had a podcast. Like, I still have my podcast, but I'm not uploading that much. But there had been, there used to be days when I felt like, why am I doing this? Because it's basically there's no payoff, like you're not getting anything out of it, you're just doing it because you like doing it. So I'm kind of scared that the same thing might happen with YouTube. Like I might not get the kind of engagement I'm looking forward to getting. So I just wanted to ask, and especially Ellie, because she has been doing this since like ninth standard or 10th standard on her like mom's phone and all that. Uh, I hope this is not too much information. Should I cut that? The entire video is going to be like this. Should I cut that or should I not? Anyway, um, so like she has been doing it for such a long time, and she has been, like she has stuck to it, and she is doing really good now. Uh, so I mean, that the motivation that you need to have to set up everything and to plan out your content and edit and whatnot, and doing all of that and not getting any kind of response or the kind of response you want, that I'm kind of scared that that might put me off of YouTube, like for good. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Anyway, so that's what I would want to ask them. Okay, why am I out of breath? What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? As I said, finding motivation, like finding the will to, get up and set everything up and put on makeup and, plan ahead the video. Like when I did my podcast, I did it both ways. Like I did planned scripted episodes, and I also did, like impromptu random episodes. So the planned ones were like I had to write a script beforehand, and I had to practice saying it and how I would say it and all that. And I had to, wait till everyone is asleep and then record the entire thing and stuff like that. So on podcast you can still do unscripted ones, unscripted videos, unplanned ones. I mean to say unplanned ones, not unscripted. But on YouTube there should be a certain quality, like you are trying to, like, unless you're doing it just for shits and giggles, that's okay. But if you're doing it with with the aim of, I don't know, like with the aim of gaining audience or something like that, uh I mean, you need to have a certain amount of quality. So, I mean, the motivation to, like getting up every day and writing a script and like brainstorming stuff. So, next question is, when did you start reading? Like I said, I don't remember when I started reading. I have been reading my entire life. Like when I was a kid, I used to read, like Bengali stories and all that. I We had subscription for this magazine called Anandamala. I think some of you guys might know about it, from Bengal. Yeah, I used to read that. Shuktara also I used to read. And then there were, stories for children and stuff. My favorite book was Mama Shamukro by Shunjib Chattopadhyay. Like it changed my life. That kind of a book it was. I really like the humor and everything was like so amazing. Oh, when did I start reading? I mean, I've been reading my entire life. That's that. Where do you read? Here. I read here in bed. Yeah. What kind of books do you like to read? Oh, this is a good one. I mostly like to read fantasy, like all kinds of fantasy, YA fantasy, adult fantasy, grimdark, light ones, uh, fantasy romance. Fantasy romance, not so much, but yeah, still like, if you give me a normal romance and a fantasy romance, I'll choose the fantasy one. Like, no questions asked. Like, no questions asked. What am I saying? Anyway, so I like fantasy. I also like middle grade, but I don't know if it's considered a genre. It's just an age range thing, right? Like I like middle grade also. I read mostly fantasy. Like fantasy, middle grade fantasy is the cutest shit ever. Like, oh my god, like the whimsy and the magic and everything. Like everything is, soft magic and things are happening and wonderful. Like creatures and whatnot. It's like it really, warms your heart. So like House Moving Castle, plugging. So middle grade and contemporary romance or like normal contemporary also I read. These I read between, chunky fantasy books so that I don't go into a slump or anything. Like I can't read back to back, like thick, chunky, dense fantasy books. I need some kind of a palate cleanser in between. So yeah, I read those. Sci-fi, I have, dipped my toe into sci-fi, but I haven't found anything that I really like. The only genre that I don't read is, I would say, non-fiction. Oh, and also historical fiction. Like historical fiction, for some reason, I just can't do it. Like it's all about, like all the books are the same. It's about World War II and people dying and people, like bichda hua pyar and whatnot. So yeah, that is just not my thing. If there is anything, different, then let me know down in the comments. You know, something that is not, set in the World War II era and all about bichda hua pyar. Like one historical fiction that I really want to read is the what is the trilogy called? The first book is And I Darken by Kirsten White. So that is one historical fiction that I want to read. So that is like if Vlad the Impaler was actually a woman. So yeah, alternate history. Yeah, I'm all for that. Okay. Uh, what does your book collection look like? I can't show you my book collection right now because it's like all over the place. Like you can see the piles over here, like the piles. I can't pick them up. It's too heavy. So these are the books that I have. I currently have around 30 100 books. I think so, 30. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's my book collection, and I'm trying to cut down on my book buying thing. Like, even if I want to buy, I would buy Kindle and not the like physical copies, because it's taking up too much space. Anyway, so these were the questions. I hope you find this video, like interesting. Maybe. I don't know, I have blabbered a lot today. So, yeah, if you like this video, please hit the like button, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see this on a regular basis. Yeah, not very appealing, right? Okay, bye.